Evolution of the Jaq and Gus. Cinderella, 1950. In the first movie, Cinderella rescues the mice from traps, and the cat Lucifer dresses and feeds them. They perform many favors in return. Jaq seems to be one of the leaders of the mice, planning strategies to avoid the cat, sneak food, and help Cinderella with her ball gown. The other mice gladly follow his lead. Jaq is thin, with scruffy hair, and speaks a fast kind of pidgin English. Gus appears in the first scene of the movie, trapped shivering in a cage, where Jaq finds him and brings Cinderella to rescue him. Cinderella names him Octavius and calls him Gus for short. This is an example of an inside joke among the writers and some viewers of the movie. Gus is actually short for Augustus. In ancient Rome, Octavius was renamed Augustus when he became emperor. Hence Octavius Augustus Gus. Jaq explains the situation to Gus, that Cinderella wants to help him, and Gus catches on and joins the mouse troupe. Gus has a large belly that pokes out of his yellow shirt and seems to be a bit slow on the pickup, but brave in a pinch, and speaks even more broken English than Jaq, who calls him Gus Gus. House of Mouse, 2001. Jaq and Gus make several cameo appearances in the television series as guests of the titular club, usually being seen alongside Cinderella or other mice from other movies. Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse, 2001. In the direct-to-video movie In at the House of Mouse, they take part in the musical The Best Christmas of All, where they give Cinderella a dress for Christmas. Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True, 2002. In the second movie, Gus and Jaq were present, living in the castle along with all the other mice. It was Gus's idea to make the new book of stories to replace the old one. In Cinderella's story, Jaq and Gus helped Cinderella to prepare for the ball and gave her support when she doubted her abilities. In Jaq's story, Jaq, feeling useless, wishes that he were a human. Fairy godmother grants this wish, and Jaq tries to help Cinderella and the others prepare for the fair until he realizes he liked being a mouse better and returns to normal. In Anastasia's story, they attempt to help their old nemesis Lucifer win the affections of a snobby female cat named Pom Pom, the mice's and probably Bruno's new nemesis, in the castle in the hopes the cats will then leave the mice alone. Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time, 2007. In the third movie, Gus and Jaq make their opening appearance, helping the fairy godmother prepare for the prince and Cinderella's anniversary party. After Lady Tremaine reversed time and made the slipper fit Anastasia's foot, they helped Cinderella search for the prince, wreaking havoc in the palace kitchen in the process. They discover Lady Tremaine's use of dark magic by witnessing her cast a spell on the prince to forget Cinderella, and think that he danced with Anastasia. In a plan to steal the wand back, they succeed in taking the wand from Lady Tremaine, but she has Cinderella arrested with a banishment sentence before she can lift the spell on the prince. Gus and Jaq manage to convince the prince that Cinderella is the right girl through a catchy show tune at the ball. They later help Cinderella put on her wedding gown, but the three are magically sent away by Lady Tremaine, who assigns Lucifer the cat to drive them in a pumpkin carriage over a cliff. After they narrowly escape their deaths, Cinderella, Jaq, and Gus return to the palace where the mice attack the entrance guards to let Cinderella through to the wedding. Once Upon a Time, 2012. Billy the Mechanic, Jared Joseph, is revealed in the episode Child of the Moon to be a mouse called Gus. Shortly thereafter, he is murdered by D.A. Albert Spencer King George, Alan Dale, intending to frame someone. He appears in 6 episodes of the series and is killed during his 4th appearance, the next 2 being flashbacks. Cinderella, 2015. In the 2015 remake, Jaq is changed to a doe, female mouse named Jacqueline. Gus remains male but is referred to as Gus Gus. As told by Emoji, 2016. Emoticon versions of Jaq and Gus appear in the Cinderella entry of the short series. During the end credits, they become involved in a brief chase scene with Lucifer. Ralph Breaks the Internet, 2018. Jaq and Gus appear as netizens originating from Oh My Disney. They first appear when Vanellope von Schweetz encounters the Disney princesses and claims to be a princess herself. When Cinderella asks if animals talk to Vanellope, Cinderella holds up Jaq and Gus as an example. A few moments later, Cinderella has Jaq, Gus, and the other mice seam up comfy clothing for each of the princesses, which they do off-screen. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, 2022. Jaq and Gus make separate cameo appearances in the movie. In the first, a pirated version of Gus is seen on a piece of paper, combined with the heads of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Later, he can be seen hanging out with the other pirated toons. And lastly, Jaq appears in a pirate movie called Stupido the Flying Mouse, which is a parody of Dumbo, with Monty taking the role of Dumbo. Chibi Tiny Tales, 2023. Jaq and Gus appear in the classic Disney tale of Cinderella, who always loses her shoes in insanely cute chibi form.